Hello, this is Veronica, and welcome to the Learning Lab, episode number 32, the final installment of Everyday Paper Dolls Historical Figures. Let's wind it up here. Come on into the lab and let's pick up again where we left off.
My next picture is Mr. Jefferson, and he was kind of fun to put together. Here's his body cut. Now all of these have been inked. It may not show up that well, but I gave all of them a little bit of ink because no one's that one-dimensional. And since his hair is already there, I'll leave it. But I cut several different hairstyles for Mr. Jefferson. I gave him also shoes, his black pants. Mr. Jefferson also got a white shirt, but then on top of that, he got a vest. And if you look back at any pictures of him, he wore lots of layers of clothing. Wow. Okay, so let's see, how does that translate? And here we are. There is President Jefferson, and this student said TJ for president number 3. And then in the center, oh, look at this. There's a little book, and it's walking its way to the Library of Congress because he donated a lot of the books out of his library, personal library, to the Library of Congress. And then the last one shows our independence with the writing of the Declaration of Independence and kind of celebrating the 4th of July. And then last but not least is Mr. King, Dr. King, Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. He was also cut, shows a little inking around there, maybe hard to pick up on camera, but I cut green and black pants for him only because I, at that point, had run out of black and had not picked up any more. He also got the same shoes as most of the other men. And this white shirt was actually Thomas Jefferson's white shirt, but I'm just going to put it here just so we can see it. I somehow ran out. And then there's a necktie. All the kids got the right shirt. I ran out for my sample. But there's a necktie, and then that is the hair that was put on Dr. King. So let me show you what he translated into. And then Dr. King looked like this. And let's take a closer look at these non-linguistic representations. Oh, wow. Over here is showing what he did, a lot of marching for equal and civil rights, protesting, boycotting, and or picketing. Here is him delivering his famous I Have a Dream speech, and this student actually put in a peace sign. The very last one shows people in a restaurant, and there's some people outside. The people in the restaurant are white, and the people outside are black, and there's a sign that says white only, and they want to get in. I have to tell you that I truly enjoyed doing this project with the students. I'm just going to share just a few more of their representations that they did. This was fabulous. They told me they enjoyed it. They can't hardly wait to take them home so they can share them with their family and friends. They are so proud of these. And I'm just not showing you the ones that the girls did. The boys really got into these. These are 3rd graders. They're somewhere around 8, 9 years old, depends on when their birthday came or went. And the best part of this is that some of my special needs students did their best work on these. All of our kids are talented. We just have to find the way in which they're talented and help them to show that off for themselves. This one, I love the bookshelf for Thomas Jefferson. Love what he did with this one for Abraham Lincoln, showing the state of Illinois and the log cabin that he grew up in. Beautiful. There's another Rosa Parks, seamstress, Montgomery bus boycott, the handcuffs, Selma to Montgomery March for peace. He was in jail. A kind of naked Mr. Washington. I had not finished the jackets when they did theirs, so I said put it together and we'll get the jackets later. But that's the tent during the Revolutionary War. Now this one has Louisiana on it, and I was like, well, honey, why did you do Louisiana? And she said, you remember when Mr. Lincoln took that ride down the Mississippi River, that it was in Louisiana that he saw his first slave auction and slave trade, and he said that it turned his stomach and that he couldn't imagine how people would want to treat other people that way. Okay, yeah, she went real deep on that one. And Thurgood Marshall, And just another Thurgood Marshall that I'll slip in there for you. I love this one with the scales of justice over here. Here's a judge banging his gavel, and in the middle is the U.S. Supreme Court. I had wanted to preserve these as easel cards for the kids, and I just simply ran out of time. So what I did was I took some of the leftover poster board paper. Yeah, I throw nothing away. And I cut it, and then I cut 2 slits in it so that I could fold it and then be able to slide their people down in there. So this will act as a stand for their person. They can go back and write the name there, Thurgood Marshall, so they'll know exactly who it is, and then he'll be able to take a stand. Thank you for joining me in the lab today as we took a look at a different use for some everyday paper dolls. They were used to represent some historical figures, and we pulled in some non-linguistic representations. Please remember to visit my blog at inkollusions.blogspot.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, some very sad news for all of you, and I think sad news for all of our fellow citizens and people who love peace all over the world. And that is that Martin Luther King was shot and was killed tonight in Memphis, Tennessee.